recorded a video and
We're in world history.
say hi, John. What does it look like?
Alright,
What the hell is
let's
this?
do this. So hopefully we're able to find a few things. We're just going to talk quickly as a table or a person next to us. I just want you to take a minute. We're just going to share half on this for military, on this for economic. Just share what you got quick, and then we'll take a few people to share that out. Then we've got one more thing to look up. So right now, turn top, share what you got for problems the Central Powers are going to have during this war. We're looking ahead. Go. 1 minute. Discuss. Talk. Share.
Okay, problems that they had were multiple enemies had to be defeated.
Yeah, they were surrounded.
Yes.
And
And
they didn't have that many
troops and supplies were to be sent long distances.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, what'd you get, Brayden?
They were unable to stop military supplies from coming to aid Great.
They weren't as powerful as other people. And other people
They couldn't stop the military from coming to Great Britain.
Ryan didn't get anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Please.
You didn't do any research.
I got that I'm smart
Oh, okay.
in military and nationalism.
Period.
Look at the other side of my hair.
Supplies, so economic.
Whoa.
It like stands up.
Why does that look weird?
I know.
No, like your hair put like that. Ryan,
Okay,
you should cut your hair.
Let's share a couple things.
Cut your hair.
Problems. So you can
Wait,
see
do that
some looking
again.
at the map, some you found in research. What are some problems the Central Powers are going to have? Yes.
Food shortage.
Okay, why so? Yes. Very right. Okay, so it's hard on a country to produce, right, while you're in time of war, because most of your efforts go to the war. What else about food and getting food? So say you can't produce enough yourself. How would you get food then?
Other countries.
Other
Farming.
countries, transportation. So
Farming.
for these guys, right,
No.
probably like shipping. Well, what do we see when looking at that map? Why is that going to be difficult? Yeah, they don't. There's not a lot of ways in and ways to get food
one,
to
I
them.
don't know how
Now, you can
not
come
tired.
through the north,
Don't make
but
it
holy
easy.
cow! Like, do you think France and Britain are just going to let people take ships to supply them?
No.
No. So that's a potential problem. Like, they're going to run out of resources. Food being one of them. Could be weapons. Could be anything. Super easy for the Allies to be supplied, right? Russia, huge. You can get there through sea, and then Britain, France, like anybody can get there from the west then to bring them supplies. So that's an issue. Good. What else? The easy one militarily. What are they going to have to do with their military? Split. Right? They're going to have to split and fight a two-front war. So now half of their resources are on one, half on the other. No one wants to fight on two sides. That is a bad deal. It is tough to be successful fighting a two-front war if it's even. Yeah? You got to decide what goes where. Your troops are split. Your commanders, your leaders, everything is split. Anything else in terms of like that we found potential problems with the Central Powers? What else we found?
These make my skin look clear.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. So not going to be easy for the Central Powers, right? Is what we're looking at. All right. So on the Eastern Front, we know the Central Powers are going to have trouble there, right? They are fighting against Russia to the east. So now in your notes, right? Russia will struggle. Okay, or Russia struggles. So this is kind of on the Eastern Front. We talk, hey, Central Powers, here's why they're going to struggle. It's going to be tough on them. And now we write Russia will struggle, or Russia struggles. Okay, Russia drops out of this thing. They don't make it through the war. They have to drop out. So we're going to try to look at why here. So same thing, right? What's highlighted here, I want you to explain how and why Russia struggles.
Yeah.
So you can even just type that in, like, why does Russia struggle in World War I? You know, what leads to Russia struggling in World War I? The same thing, find just a couple of bullet points. Again, as deep as we can go with this, right? We'll give you about 5-6 minutes here for this one, then we'll do the same thing, just discuss
Like
and
eating
kind of
my
wrap
arm.
up. But tell us why. Again, there's some quick, easy, on the surface answers. You go like, well, yeah, duh. But there's some stuff a little bit deeper here we can dive into about Rush and why they struggle. So, a few minutes, look that up, come up with some good ideas. And we'll share them in a second.
I don't know what that means.
Do you have a bracelet for that?
Stop it. That is not like why is it literally an American musician? I want to listen. Why'd you do that?
Take it out.
this. We're looking at how and why. So the two parts, right? How Russia struggles and why Russia struggles. So at your tables, just work your way around. Everybody share one. Share a how or share a why, please. How or why Russia struggles. We'll give you a minute to share. Your mark set. Share. Go.
Hungary and Germany will find them.
So everybody can
They
hear
were
you.
double teamed, boxed, and 200 pumped. So, yeah.
Okay, they suffered shortages and had inadequate supplies.
They were just poor.
Their only strength was their population. What'd you get, Braden?
Same stuff.
All right, we all agree.
We all slaved that.
Yes,
ate that up.
we did.
Nicki Minaj should be proud. Our queen.
Nikki Slay.
If you don't stand Nicki Minaj, you need to leave. Like, I can't be with you. Sorry. It just makes me visually upset.
5 minutes until school is over.
All right. Give me some things that led to the downfall of Russia. How
Supplies.
or why did they struggle?
Supplies.
Okay, what about supplies?
Didn't have enough.
Didn't have enough, ran out of supplies.
Period.
What else in terms of supplies? Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have enough. They had an issue with
I ate that.
population.
Are
All
you
right,
even
let's back
getting
up
ready?
and then sit there because we're going to still talk. We still have 4 minutes, so you can put everything away if you want. If you feel good about what you have written down,
Me too.
we'll give you 30 seconds, then we'll keep chatting about it.
Here, I'll just sit right
We're not done yet. So if you didn't get what you need, then keep your notebook out. You can listen. We'll give you some stuff here, but we're not done yet.
What are y'all doing here?
You want to see me bake?
Everyone say bye.
No, they gotta see me bake.
Can you hurry up then?
Okay, so soldiers. So put your phones down. We're going to talk here. In terms of soldiers, right? They didn't have enough, and a part of that is their population. Okay, they had a young. Okay, we're talking about like baby boomers, that stuff. Young population, older. They did not have enough in the range to go and fight. Okay, so they struggled with supplies of soldiers as well. How else? How or why did they struggle? Okay, good. I heard a few overconfidence. Like they were way overconfident. They thought like this would be great. Look at all these people we have. We're so big. We'll be fine. We got people fighting to the west. Super overconfident. Then all of a sudden, crap hits the fan, and they start going like, oh, maybe we're not quite what we thought. Why did they struggle militarily? Why did the military struggle? So we talk about people. We talk about like they were ill-equipped to be successful. Like they ran out of stuff. Guys, there were people like in Russia and some other countries. They would send people to war, like new recruits, and not even giving them a weapon. They didn't have enough weapons to give, like a gun. They just said, "Go." Like you'll come across enough dead people, grab one of their weapons. Right? They didn't even outfit them with a weapon because they didn't have that. Can you imagine that? Like you're going to fight, and they just said, "You'll find one when you get out there." Okay, that's how ill-equipped some of these areas and countries were. What else did Russia have? What else were they dealing with? Okay, they had poor leadership. We've seen that, like in semester when we studied leadership and talk about this. Boy, Russia was struggling.
Even in a minute.
They go through their own little revolution.
Sorry.
And Bolshevik Revolution, we talked about some of you guys did that, Rasputin and Anastasia. They're dealing with their own stuff. And people are like, why are we fighting a war when we can't even feed our own people? Like we got people starving to death. We got protests, right, against the government. So Russia's going, well, we got all these problems. Why are we worried about this war somewhere else?